about every week. Somewhere in the world there's some natural disaster going on. And it's the biggest of. We've never had fires like this in California. Biggest flood here. Biggest earthquake there. Every week. When you study Matthew 24 and 25, it tells you these natural signs are the beginning. The next sign is what? Putting Christians in jail. Persecution. So we're in the end times. And if Christ returns today, would he deem you righteous? Make sure everyone understands that. The issue is not whether you think you're righteous. Will God say you're righteous? As he did Abraham. Many of us would fail if given the same trial Abraham was given. Kill your son. Your only son. We start bargaining. But Lord, Abraham didn't say, but Lord. He said, okay. Are we ready for Christ to return today? Or do we think we have it tomorrow? So he said, I got to it tomorrow. But each day should be lived from that perspective. He's returning, I need to be ready. So I can't self-appoint myself that I'm righteous. He has to do it. So I better make sure I'm doing the things he will find pleasing in his sight. That he will find pleasing in his sight. Luke 6. David, where am I on time? In Luke 6, verse 22, as I read this, really ask yourself, do you really operate this way? It says, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Are you rejoicing? Jump down to verse 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so they did their fathers to the false prophets. It says, woe when all men shall speak well of you. In the world, this is exactly what we live for. To have people pat us on the back. Have people say, good job. Have people say, you're this, you're that, you're smart, you're wise, you're strong, you're so fast, whatever it is. Now Christ is saying, if you're still receiving that, it says you're not living a godly life. Because if the world can still congratulate you, you're not doing God's way. So I've got to stop looking for it and start living life. In other words, if I go through a whole week and haven't been persecuted, maybe I'm not living the life I should be leading. If someone hasn't persecuted me this week, maybe they didn't know I was a Christian. Maybe they've been around me all this time and just thought I was just one of the guys. And it's easy. When I was in corporate America, the group wants to go do something. And sometimes you're like, I just go along. And God's like, what are you doing? They're about to go to a bar. Why would you go to a bar with them? Supposed to say, you guys do that? I'm going to read my Bible. Oh, come on. You goody two-shoes. And because we respect, we want their honor, we will compromise the Word of God and do what they want to do. Now, here's the funny thing. If you ask the same group, hey, since I'm coming to the bar with you, all you guys come to church with me on Sunday. They're going to laugh. They're not about to compromise their God for yours. But Christians are just compromising God continually. That's why in so many areas of the world, Christians have no respect. They're deemed hypocrites. non-Christians have more respect. When I did prison ministry, a guy told me flat out, hey, I prefer to follow a Muslim. They do what they say. And I said, oh boy, I can't argue too much with them. I just said, well, you can't, you know. But he was just saying, just based on the people I know, the Muslims I know do what they say. He says, all these other Christians, like, I can't comment for anybody. It's like, wow. Look at the reputation we have, yet we should be the ones everyone is talking about. Like, you may not like them, but they do what they say. You may not like them, but if you're sick, they're going to heal you. You may not like them, but they're always there to help. And so forth. All right? Think about it.